to my on Hi everyone, welcome to my online class for essential oils. I'm so happy that you all made it here tonight, and I just wanted to say thank you. I know that sometimes in person is a little bit more fun and you can actually like smell things and drink wine together, but we're all busy and have lots of us have kids, and I just thought that it would be easier, especially since some of you guys are in different parts of the country, to just do an online class. So welcome, and I wanted to first start off with sharing my story with essential oils and what kind of got me into them in the first place. So I started using them about 5 years ago when I was pregnant with my son. And as you know, when you're pregnant, you have to stop using a lot of like anything that has any sort of chemical in it. I was using some facial scrubs or face lotions, like a retinol cream for some acne and all that stuff that I had to stop using. I was researching ways to just be more natural with my facial cleansing, and I came across the oil cleansing method, and I started making my own facial oils, and then I started adding in essential oils. I started making a lot of different body products, so everything was 100% plant-based and organic, and I did body oils, I did bath salts, but that's kind of where it all began. I then became interested in using essential oils for other needs and, health concerns. Like, I've heard a lot about them, so I started exploring that. The oils that I had previously been using were from Whole Foods or from Amazon, and they weren't really medicinally working the way that I know that they're hyped up to. So I started using Young Living at the end of this past summer. We all got really, really, really sick, and I was just at the end of my rope. We contracted like some crazy bacterial and virus infection, and it was like tons and tons of rounds of antibiotics. None of them were working, and we were going back to the doctors. I was running out to Walgreens in the middle of the night. It was horrible. Chris was traveling a lot during that time too, so I was just beside myself. It ended up being like really expensive. I was just so drained, and then I got really, really sick too, so it just was not fun. It was then that I was like, I need to do something different. We used to get really sick a lot, and yeah, I was introduced to Young Living, and I've just been so grateful for that, because our health has just been amazing ever since we started using our Young Living essential oils. We literally use them like all the time for everything, and more as a preventative measure, have it running like daily. And we have gotten a little sick here and there, but I know what to use when we do get sick, and they end up just being small little bugs and nothing like they used to be before. I'm actually pregnant right now, and it's very interesting because I just got over my first trimester, but my sense of smell was so heightened that I couldn't use my oils for like the past 3 months, which was awful, because they were like, I like need my oils. But anyway, so I didn't use them for the past 3 months, and like we all got so sick. So it's crazy to me like how well I know that they work. Yeah, the month of January, like if you know us, like, we were totally wiped out. So now, we're starting to use them again, and we just obviously notice a huge difference. So that is my story. I'm very, very passionate about them. They've worked like wonders for my family. And I feel like I have a lot of conversations with friends, a lot of you guys who are moms and who are thinking about just going down that more natural path. And I haven't had the time to like really sit down and share everything that I know with a lot of you. So I thought that this would be a great way to share everything and for you guys to ask questions and host this class. So I'm going to talk about specifically Young Living essential oils, but before I get started, I do have to give a disclaimer. So I'm not a doctor and I cannot diagnose or treat any illnesses. This video is for educational purposes only, and this class is specific to Young Living essential oils. Okay, so I'm going to start with what are essential oils, because some of you guys have heard about them, but you have no clue what they are. So essential oils are the lifeblood or the essence of a plant. So they're very, very complex. They're made up of hundreds of natural chemical constituents, and each one has a different quality and a unique natural purpose. The great thing is that viruses, pathogen, fungus, and bacteria, they can't survive, mutate, or become resistant to essential oils like they can in man-made prescription drugs. They are very highly concentrated and very, very potent. So, for example, it takes about 5,000 pounds of rose petals to make 1 kilo of rose oil. And in 1 drop of peppermint essential oil, that's equivalent to about the peppermint in 25 peppermint tea bags. So they're super, super concentrated. Like when you look at one of these small bottles, sometimes you're like, how can that do, that little tiny bottle, how can it carry you through that long, and how does it work so well? But it's every drop is so concentrated, and it's from like the actual lifeblood of a plant. When I say lifeblood, I mean that it passes through every single part of the plant, and it brings nutrition and information in and detoxes and waste products out. So they work similar to our body as they do in a plant. So they affect our bodies on a cellular level, meaning when you inhale them or you put them topically on your body, your blood, they get absorbed into your bloodstream right away, and they bring in the good properties, good healing properties, and they detox the bad. So the other point I really like to make here is that they are best used preventatively. So instead of using them as soon as you get sick as a reactionary measure, because they promote optimal wellness and they balance your body out, they're best used on a daily basis and just regularly. So your body's always your best self, that wellness is always being achieved. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the difference between Young Living and other brands of essential oils because Young Living oils are a little bit more expensive, and some people think that they can just get a bottle of whatever brand from Amazon or even another organic brand that has a lower price tag. And I just want to explain that every oil is not created equally, and because these are found in nature, the FDA cannot, can't regulate them. So basically, any other company out there can say 100% pure, and they're not. That means that something in that oil just needs to be 100% pure. So even if something says 100% pure, it could have less than 5% of the actual oil in it. So that's pretty crazy. Young Living is the only essential oil brand that owns every single one of its own farms. So it owns 13 farms across the United States, and they strictly monitor every single farm to ensure quality assurance. So they're the only company in essential oils that has a seed to seal guarantee, which means from the seed of the plant all the way to when this bottle is sealed and at your house, it is tested for quality assurance. So the cultivation, the actual dirt that the plant is planted in, there's no pesticides. It's all organic. It's not sprayed with anything. It's not. There's no synthetic extenders in here. They use the highest quality distillation process. So other companies it's very, very common for them to add in synthetic extenders and also added fragrances. Young Living doesn't. So this truly is 100% pure. It's been lab tested. It's the only company out there that is. There's a huge difference if you do smell or start to use Young Living in comparison with some of these other brands. Like I know personally, like those were, like they smelled nice sometimes, but they did not do at all like what the Young Living oils do. So it's a huge difference. They're a little bit more expensive, but you get so much more for your money, and you also save that much more on your doctor's visits and your copays and all of those antibiotics. So it's really awesome. The other thing is that because Young Living oils are 100% pure, there's no expiration date. So these bottles like literally will last you a lifetime. And some other companies, they will expire and they will start to go rancid. So so that's the other thing about the Young Living oils. There's 3 basic ways to use your oils. So the first way is inhaling it. So that's the most common way. I have my diffuser running here. This is basically the 2-drop diffuser that comes in your kit. You can press one button to have a blue night light, like that's the setting I like to put in my kids' room, or press it twice and it'll just be a blank. It won't have any like glow to it. And then the 3rd time it just shuts off and it just diffuses through the air. You put a few drops of your oil like in here with water, and it's very, very simple. That's the #1 way that I use my oils. A lot of them they smell amazing and they have a lot of aroma benefits. So the other way is directly. You can put them in a roller bottle like this with a carrier oil, and you can put them on your wrists. You can put them on like the back of your neck or up and down your spine, the bottoms of your feet. Is a great way because your feet have the largest pores, so they're absorbed most effectively through your feet. I do that on my kids' feet a lot, like when they're sick, and then put socks on over. You can put them, in jars if you want to like mix it into like a cream, like a salve or like a balm with like coconut oil or something. You can also do that. There is also taking them orally, so ingesting them. I've taken them like in my water, like I'll do lemon or grapefruit, a few drops of that in my water, but I've never done the capsule. But there's vegetable capsules that you can put a few drops of an oil in and then swallow it. That's great because some of them don't taste that great. So like lemon and grapefruit taste awesome, but like Thieves, for example, Thieves doesn't taste that great. But anyways, so that's another option. The 12 most common oils I'm going to go through real quickly with you guys. These are the oils that come in the Young Living starter kit. I have Thieves in my hand, so I'll start with Thieves. This is Thieves. Thieves is one of my favorite oils because it kills 99.96% of all airborne bacteria. So I literally have this running constantly throughout this whole like fall and winter season. It smells incredible. Like it smells really good. It's like very, very festive, and it smells like the holidays a little bit. Like it's very cozy. It's made up of cinnamon bark, clove, eucalyptus, rosemary, and lemon. So it dates back to the bubonic plague in Europe, and these thieves, this is where the oil got its name. So these thieves were stealing from the sick and the dying, and they were the only ones who did not get affected by the plague. So later on, they found out that, how they didn't get affected in a court of law, and it was discovered that they used to put this oil, this blend of oils, all over their clothes, their skin, their hats, and it basically protected them from the plague. It is very, very widely used in my home and in like many people's homes with young kids because it's natural, and it helps boost your immunity. So I diffuse it because it smells awesome, but some people, when they're starting to feel a little bit run down, like you could put a couple drops in a vegetable capsule and just take it orally too to give you that immune boost. There's also a personal use line. It's, there's like a cleaner, a soap, a toothpaste, and things like that, all made with the Thieves essential oil. But yeah, Thieves is awesome. It's literally one of my favorites, and it smells so good. Okay, so the next one I'm going to talk about is peppermint. This is what peppermint looks like. It's super, super strong. Smells like peppermint. I use it most to, like if my kids have a fever or if I have a headache or a migraine, I put it on a cool washcloth and like put it over your head because it's super cooling and it helps maintain a normal body temperature. I also used to put peppermint in a roll bottle like this with a carrier oil and rub on my temples when I had my migraines. It can also boost your energy and help give you like mental alertness. So before a workout, or if you're like studying for a test or something, you can diffuse it and it'll help keep you awake and alert. So that's peppermint. It's another one of my favorites. Lavender. This is my lavender. Got a big one because I love it so much. It's amazing. It smells awesome. It's very, very, very calming, and it really just helps promote like calmness, and it reduces anxiety, and it helps promote a good night's sleep. I actually, back to my migraines, I used to use peppermint like when I got my migraines, and I started diffusing lavender and frankincense every single night, and like I don't get my migraines anymore. Lavender is awesome, and it's called the Swiss Army knife of all essential oils because it's so versatile and is like has so many different uses. So I diffuse it at night because it helps me sleep really well and it helps with my headaches. But I also use it for my kids if they're having trouble sleeping. It can be used for your pets too if you want. We put it in our baths, like so. If the bath's like, oh my gosh, you'll feel like you're like drugged because you'll never sleep more soundly after a lavender bath. But yeah, it's awesome. You could put a couple sprays like as a linen spray on your pillowcases or your bed sheets. It's amazing. It's really good for your skin. I actually started using lavender. This is the first oil I used in my oil cleansers. It's so good for your skin. Like if your skin is oily, if it's dry, if it's aging, it's good for any type of skin. It's good for scrapes and burns. So you could make like a little boo-boo roller for when your kids have those scrapes or burns when you're out and about. It also supports a healthy lungs and respiratory system if you diffuse it with lemon and peppermint. That's lavender, and on to frankincense, which looks like this. It is definitely like I didn't know how much I was going to love frankincense until I started using it. It's definitely one of my favorites. It's mentioned in the Bible 52 times. It goes back to biblical times. It was brought to Jesus when Jesus was born. It's a very sacred, holy oil, regarded mostly for its healing properties. And when I say healing, it's very versatile. So it can be emotional, mental, physical, any sort of. It adds a lot of extra healing properties to anything. So frankincense is really, really good for your skin. So back to my oil cleansers. This is the oil cleanser I use. So I use organic cleansing oils, a mixture of organic cleansing oils with different essential oils depending on your skin type. But for me, I use lavender. And then what I started doing is in the morning, like clean my face with this, like let the oil sit. It's a makeup remover. It's a I add it as a facial moisturizer as well, but mostly a cleanser. So I put the oil all over my face, massage my face, and then either let it steam in the shower or take a hot washcloth and like hold my face to it and let the steam open up my pores and clean my skin. What I started doing, I was going to say, with frankincense is every single morning now, taking some of the oil from my cleanser, putting it in the palm of my hand, and then adding a couple of drops of frankincense in, mixing it in, and putting it on my face. So frankincense is amazing for reducing fine lines and wrinkles and evening out your skin tone. It literally, like, like tightens your skin. Like you can actually feel it tighten and tone your skin. I used to have, I think I was explaining before about acne. I had really bad acne all over my chin area. I had scars spots there, and frankincense can help reduce the appearance of dark spots or scars or like sunspots there. So, I mean, I don't know if it's easy to see. I'm wearing no makeup right now, but they're gone. So I used to have a lot of dark scarred spots. I used to always have to like use concealer and stuff. But the frankincense, it's amazing. So it evens out your skin tone. I barely wear makeup anymore, like on a daily basis, and I feel like it's just like it really helps with like a natural, just like I look like a bright-eyed and bushy-tailed person to like tackle the day instead of like my typical like I am so tired self. But anyway, so that's frankincense. Panaway is the next oil, and this is what it looks like. Panaway, it has wintergreen in it, so that's kind of what it smells like. It's really, really good to soothe sore muscles. So you can put it in like this is one of I make like a body oil or a massage oil. It works amazing. Like my husband and I get sore backs every so often, and we have the Panaway and my body oil, and we give to the massages with it, and it works so good. You can like feel your muscles and your joints like tingling, and it really works amazing. So that's awesome. Purification is downstairs. I don't have it, but purification is another oil that freshens the air and eliminates odors. So it doesn't hide the odors; it eliminates them. So I use it all the time in my kitchen. Like if my trash smells weird, or in my kid's bathroom because it always smells like urine. It's an amazing. Sometimes I'll put it on my garbage disposal, but that's another great one. It contains citronella, which is a natural bug repellent. It's actually in bug spray. It's an ingredient in a lot of the natural bug sprays. So purification, you can even just like you could spray it on you, or you could put it on your wrist or wherever, and it'll repel bugs. So that's another cool thing. Lemon is another one of my very commonly used oils. It comes in the kit. It smells like lemons. It smells so good. I use it for three main ways. So there's like detoxifying, cleaning, and then also for allergies. So detoxifying, lemon, it supports a healthy pH level in your body. It's actually lemon from the lemon rinds, so it's not the acid from the pulp juice, but it cleans our cells and it helps with our normal body's detoxification process. So the easiest way to use lemon is just adding a couple drops in your water every single morning, or you could put it in a roller bottle with a carrier oil and rub it up and down your spine, which is has a really great detoxifying effect that way too. But cleaning, I use it a lot for cleaning. I make my own all-purpose household cleaner, and I put in white vinegar. I put in a couple drops of lemon, a couple drops of thieves too, and then also some rubbing alcohol. And it smells really, really nice. And I'm spraying. I clean it. I use it to clean everything. It works really, really well. Lemon's it's naturally antibacterial in nature, so it's just a really, really powerful cleaning agent. It can get like that sticker stuff off of that residue off of your t-shirts. It can get gum out of your hair. It can get the whiteboard residue off of whiteboards. It just like things that little like grimy, gunky stuff that you like think that you've ruined something. Like lemon can totally work on it. It's an amazing oil, and I love it because I'm pregnant too, so I'm cleaning all the time after my 2 kids, and I'm not worried about inhaling any chemicals and spraying things like all over my kids. I'm not worried about them inhaling anything harsh. So that's lemon. Oh, and allergies with lemons. So there's the allergy trio. If you put lemon, peppermint, and lavender in a capsule, take it, and it will help fight off your seasonal allergies. So that's another use for lemon. Aside from all that, it supports your respiratory system. It also supports your circulatory, urinary, digestive, lymphatic, and immune systems. So some good stuff. Stress Away is another amazing oil. Its name speaks for itself. It literally will like reduce your stress and anxiety. So it's awesome. Like a lot of people will put a roller right on top of this blend and like put it on their wrist whenever they need it, and it instantly will like calm you down and make you just feel like okay, back to the normal self. So it brings feelings of peace and tranquility and promotes relaxation. So Stress Away is awesome. It smells amazing too. RC is another one that we use a lot in our house. It stands for respiratory congestion. And it's awesome this time of year for like colds because it helps clear your sinuses. It can help soothe coughs and sore throats. It's very energizing. You can put it on the bottom of your feet if you want, so before you work out. But I mostly use this for when we've got the cough cold season. So it's amazing. It has 3 different types of eucalyptus in it, and it works phenomenally. And then I have 2 more oils I'm going to talk about. I have Copaiba, which is what it looks like this. This is mostly used in conjunction with other oils. So it amplifies the effect of other oils. So if you like really, yes, honey, hold on 1 second. So when you really need something to work more powerfully, you would add Copaiba to it. It amplifies. Like, okay, hold on. Like I was saying, so frankincense is a really great healing oil. A lot of people who have like extreme pain, they will put Copaiba, frankincense, and Idaho balsam fir in a capsule and swallow it in that, or even in a roller wherever that spot of soreness is, and it works amazing. More amazing than frankincense or Idaho balsam fir could work by themselves. So that's Copaiba. And then the last one is Die Guys. I put a roller bottle on top of this one because it's great for your digestive system and your gastrointestinal system. Lots of people take this in a capsule if they're having any type of digestive issues, but I roll it right on my kids' bellies, right on my belly. It helps with the stomach flu, any type of vomiting, morning sickness. It's amazing. My son calls it the tummy medicine, and he asks for it when he's not feeling well because it works instantly and it works amazing. It also helps ease heartburn and gas too. Okay, so those are all of the oils that come in your kit. There are a few other things that will also come in the starter kit, which is Ningxia Red, which is it's a supplemental drink, and I'll be there in a minute, okay? And Ningxia Red is made with the Ningxia wolfberry, and it contains the highest level of antioxidants of any food in the world. So it's amazing. I've not been drinking coffee that much this pregnancy, and my Ningxia Red is amazing. It gives me so much energy. It tastes amazing. My kids love it, and it's an awesome way to supplement just your daily diet. So it's awesome. Then the other things that the kit comes with, just so you guys know, are these cards. There's a ton of information in books about every oil, but it also comes with these cards and these little samples, so you can share your oils. Like if you have a friend or a family member who needs one of these for something, like I've got a really stressed out friend, and like, I could give her some of my stress away, and a little card to tell her about it so that other people can learn about it and you can share. It also comes with these other samples too of every oil, so you could give those away, or if you're traveling or whatever. And it comes with some Ningxia Red. It comes with the diffuser. So this is the Dewdrop diffuser. It comes with some roller bottle tops. So like I said, I put mine on my Die Guys. Where is it? This is like the roller bottle tops. You can put it typically you put it right on a blended oil, I would imagine, but you can just roll it like right on wherever you need it. A lot of people put it on their espresso way so they can take that out of their purse, carry it with them every day. So that's all the oils that come in the kit. The reason this whole video is about the kit is because those are the most widely used and commonly used oils. There's so many oils, and I know it can seem a little bit overwhelming, but those are the most common and the most versatile. So like any issue that you're having, like one of those oils could probably help with. I just talked about my favorite ways to use them. There's a lot of other ways, but those are the ways that I use them. I wanted to keep this video not too long. So basically, if you want to become a Young Living member, which is how I got started, you have to purchase a kit, and then that means that you have the option to buy any of your oils subsequently from Young Living at a wholesale price, which is 24% off the retail. So you purchase a kit, you become a Young Living member, and you always have that percentage off. You also gain access to a ton of continued education. So that's another reason I love Young Living is I have gained like so much more knowledge about essential oils through becoming a Young Living member. You gain access to these like private Facebook groups and all of these blogs and all of these articles, and it's literally like a support structure. Like I could post a question at like 3 o'clock in the morning about my kid's sick, or like what do I do? I ran out of this oil, and like people will respond right away with suggestions or what they've used, and it's awesome. Like you don't get that from ordering a random bottle at Amazon or just going to Whole Foods and grabbing a bottle. Like it's such an amazing resource that that I love. You got a sponsor who's always there to answer any questions that you have about the oils, yeah, it's amazing. So that's about the membership. That's just how I got started. And I wanted to share with you guys. The kit itself is $325 individually. Like if you were to buy everything that's in the kit individually, but the kit is it's $160, and this month only they're offering 10% off. So that's an amazing deal. You can get the kit for $144, which they never ever do. So it's an incredible deal, and it can just jumpstart your, like if you are interested in this like natural path to wellness, it can jumpstart that for you because it gives you all the resources. It gives you the most common oils, gives you the diffuser. It's amazing. So I'm not trying to sell you on it. I just really wanted to share with you guys like how they've affected and changed my life for the better, and my kids, my whole family's life. I'm here to answer any questions that you have. So if you have any questions, as soon as this video is over, we're going to do a Q&A session. And I'm going to be there to answer any questions, as well as my sponsor, Molly. And then we're also going to be entering every single one of you who've watched the whole video into a giveaway. So there'll be some really cool prizes. So I just wanted to thank you guys all again so much for coming and listening to me talk. I would not be wasting your time or my time if I wasn't like truly like passionate about this and know that they've really changed my life for the better, and I know that they could probably help you too. So thank you, and I'll see you guys back at the Facebook group.